I'm Ron Marshalsea, and this is your Sports Update. The girls' basketball team went to Hopkinton and Newton South and hosted Ashland this past week, getting wins in each matchup. The Mustangs beat Hopkinton 41-17, Ashland 67-27, and Newton South 59-26, and are now 13-4 on the season. In the dominant Hopkinton win, Cece Becker scored 9 points, and Bella Corus was on the boards the entire night. The girls' next game is part of a doubleheader with the boys against Westwood this Friday that NCM will be covering live. Tune in to the NCM Community Channel starting at 5 for the girls' game and 6:30 for the boys, as well as 4 o'clock for another episode of NHS TV Pregame Live. The boys' basketball team went up against Hopkinton last Friday and Ashland this past Tuesday. The Mustangs couldn't get the win at home against Hopkinton, but they did get the win when they went to Ashland 66-53. Maddie Mahoney dropped 22 points and Brian Dearborn scored 12, with Owen Descharnay coming up with plenty of steals. The 11-5 Mustangs will face Westwood on Friday the 9th at 6:30. The girls' hockey team now sits at 6-10-1 after an overtime win against Medfield and losses to Canton and Hopkinton. In the Medfield win, Michaela Reen scored 1 and Ava Hines scored 2, one of which was the game winner. Their next game is Saturday the 10th at 4 o'clock at the Skating Club of Boston. The boys' hockey team is on a roll, winning their last 8 games and are facing off in the finals of the Ed Burns Coffee Pot Tournament against Belmont on Sunday. In the past week, Norwood beat Medfield 4-1, Braintree 3-1, and Holliston 9-0. In the Holliston win, every single goal was scored by a different Mustang. Andrew Gillis, Ryan Valeri, Jacob Sheehan, Sam Lally, Anthony Riccardi, Sviat Antipkin, Ryan Sevilla, Nick Berardinelli, and Frankie Hernan. Hernan and Sevilla scored their first varsity goals against Holliston. The 13-1-1 Mustangs will head to the Canton Ice House this Saturday to play Westwood at 5:45 and will be at the Warrior Ice Arena in Brighton on Sunday, time to be determined, to face off against Belmont in the Bryn Division Finals of the Ed Burns Coffee Pot Tournament. The gymnastics team couldn't get revenge against Medway on the 4th, and they have a meet with 3 other teams on Friday the 9th at 7 o'clock at home. NCM was at the swim and dive team's senior night against Dedham, where the girls swam well but didn't end up getting the win, and the boys beat Dedham 86-54. Seniors Ted Caparata broke the school record in the 100 fly, and David Damadia broke his own school record in the 200 individual medley in their final regular season swim meet. Junior Shay Larkey will be competing in sectionals after all of her dives qualified. And finally, now airing on NCM, a special edition of NCM Sports Talk featuring Jim Plumer, member of the NHS class of '78 and the head coach of the University of Vermont women's hockey team. Mark Hoover, Brian Boudreau, and Jack Tolman headed to Burlington to learn more about Plumer.
Well, we are up here on the campus of UVM, here in the Gut, which I think first and foremost is a great name for a hockey rink. It's got that old barn feel to it. It's a great facility. Last weekend, you guys again set another Hockey East attendance record for your weekend series against BC with a student body kind of support system that you've got here in the school itself. What does UVM as a school mean to you?
Well, it really has become an adopted home for sure. It's a unique place, being a small state with the only Division I school in our state, and besides the student support, I think one of the really unique things about Burlington and UVM, this is the pro sports of Burlington, and the community really supports us. We get some student support, and even for all of our sports rather, you'd be surprised at how many people in the community come out and support. So just to be at a school that has a historic feel. I had gone to Colby, I had worked at Bowdoin and Amherst, old NESCAC type schools, and UVM has such a history. It was considered a public Ivy for a long time. Historic buildings, beautiful campus. When I thought about places that I would want to work, like being somewhere where I wanted to live in a community that was small enough to not feel like a big stuffy city, but have a lot of the qualities that a city has. And I think this university, being a medium-sized university, offers so many educational opportunities, but also the thrill of Division I sports.
Yeah.
The full show is now available on demand and is airing on the NCM Community Channel. And that is all I have for this sports update. I'm Ron Marshalsea.